let's begin with the Tms Data Import. What I'm going to do is talk about what this program can and cannot import over, and then we'll play through a demo of actually running through the Tms import. So let's set some expectations. What are we able to import from the previous STMS? You can import all of your families. You can import all the students in those families, both active and inactive students if you want to copy over your graduate records. You can import all of your student subjects, all of their PACE scores and non-PACE scores, GPAs, all of those academic records copy over. You can also copy over the students' kindergarten and ABC's records. So what cannot be copied over? You cannot copy over the absences from the old program. You can't copy merits and demerits, inventory, billing records, or standardized tests. So take note of those things, and if there's anything that you specifically want to save, you might want to print out your old reports from the previous STMS and keep those even after you run the new program. So now let's switch over and begin the demo of the Tms Data Import. Now I have pulled up my school management software, and we're going to demonstrate how to use the Tms Data Import. Before we actually run the import, there are a couple basic settings that you have to enter in the school management program, and I'm going to look at those here quickly before we run the import. The first thing you have to set up is an academic year. To do that in the program, go to the Setup menu and click the Academic Year option. On this screen it shows the two academic years that I have set up, and you can see that the 2014-2015 school year is set as the current school year. So that's required. You have to have at least one school year entered and set as the current school year before the Tms Data Import can run. Now, when you're importing your records, there's two things to know about how this current year affects your imported records. First of all, this current academic year controls the students' grades when they're enrolled in the new year. So let me show how that works. I'm going to pull up my STMS program. And by the way, you can run both the old STMS program and the new aceconnect school management on the same computer. There's no conflicts, and it really helps to be able to compare your records when you're getting set up to make sure it's all entered correctly. In my old records, let's go to a student, and let's switch over to Sandy. So Sandy McMurphy is set as an 8th grade student. What this means is when I run the Tms import, she's going to be set as an 8th grade student in the 2014-2015 school year. What you need to remember is all your students' grade levels need to be set correctly for your current school year in the new program before you run the import. So I know Sandy is actually supposed to be in 9th grade in the coming school year, so I'll set her as a 9th grade student and save it. So now she'll be enrolled as a 9th grade student in the 2014-2015 school year. Okay, the next thing to remember is the Tms Data Import, when it runs, will set up all your past school years. Right now I only have 2 years. But when I run the import, it's going to create every past school year that I've ever had in my school. When this happens, it will set the start and end dates to match my current year. In my case, every past school year is going to start on September 1st and end on June 1st, because that's what my current year is set up as. If you specifically know the start and end dates of all your past school years, you can just set up all your past school years yourself before the Tms import utility runs. So, for example, I know that the 2012-2013 school year actually started on August 1st, and we got to go back to the previous year. August 31st, 2012. So since I know that specifically, I'll set up that past year myself and save it so that that past year has the correct days. If you don't know the actual start and end dates of your previous school years, that's okay. The program will set them up and everything will work correctly. After you've set up your academic years, the next thing you need to set up is a billing plan. To do that, go to the Billing menu and click the Billing Plans button. This screen shows the billing plans that you're going to use in the new program. I've already got one set up, but I'll just set up another one now real quick. And on this screen you enter the amounts for your yearly tuition. I'll make them all the same for all grade levels. You set the month you're going to bill, so I'm not going to bill in July and August. And you can set some discounts. Once you've entered that information, save it. So you have to have at least one billing plan set up before you run the STMS import utility.